Thank you for watching Not My Bag.
If you're watching this, make sure to like and subscribe.
If you're listening, give a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
I was in the room next to yours, and all I could hear was you going, Joe!
Yeah.
Joe!
I remember waking up
24
one
hours a day.
morning. Well, I think it might have even been the morning that we left. Shit, Don. Or that day. And I just woke up to George shouting like, "Oh my God, no, it's terrible!"
Guys,
like,
you
don't understand.
I am so lucky we had a window that opened in our room. Because if it didn't, I would have literally died. Like,
To be fair.
suffocated of his shit. He just stinks.
But you also, we had to fight every morning of who was going to go and do a dump first.
Who's going to go and shit first?
Yeah.
Because the next person would have to suffer, wouldn't they?
and
See,
that
what's it like sharing? Because when I did it with George Clark, like obviously it was like mortifying, but like what's it like with other people?
I had a
Like,
great time with Becky.
Oh, no, you did have a toilet.
Me and Becky,
fine.
we were like the mum and dad. She'd have the beers and she'd be like, "Oh, babe, I didn't cheat on you tonight. I only got a number."
Where the fuck?
babe, I didn't fucking
She was great, and do you know what? I'd say, Becky, I'm gonna go and have a shit. She'd be like, "Oh, I feel over." Like she'd
Yeah.
never,
Yeah.
She changed her accent again.
again. Yeah, she had a great time. Bless her.
Yeah.
I just like me and George. We did get into fisting a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
But that's to be
Standard, isn't it?
expected.
You do it
When you got a podcast together.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you do.
I mean, as we know, it happens.
That was
As soon as you sign on that dotted line, whoop,
That's why I
Never
did it
fist
so
her
long.
right.
Yeah.
whoopsie daisies.
This pod is sponsored by. I can't wait for their glove collection.
Let's move on to the last night. But look,
What with
I just
that?
want to say before we explain about this
shit,
last
yeah.
night, this isn't Jack Will's
No,
fault or something.
no.
or
No,
anything like
the
that
last
at all.
night, like we
I
had
thought it
this
was really fun.
We had this club thing booked, this Jack Will's club night, mega exciting.
Do you lot know? Was it sold to the people that bought tickets
Yes.
as like
Yes.
you
Jack
will meet
Wills and
us?
Dan
I
Howard
think
DJ.
so,
Yeah.
It
And
was.
Danny Howard, Danny Howard from Radio 1.
Oh
you,
yes,
Danny
love
Wolf.
you, Dan. Love you, Danny.
No, but imagine we're all buzzing in the taxi, aren't we? Fight for This Love is on.
Oh, we were having the
buzzing.
best time.
We get out of the car.
The eyes are on.
You're fucking shit! Who the fuck are you? Can I get a picture joking? Fuck off! Yeah, and we were literally like, what the fuck? Yeah, we
But
were
no,
like,
you know what? It was humbling. Someone
So
went to me,
humbling.
Joe blogs, you TikToks your shit. I thought, well, at least it ain't Joe Bag. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, you fucking wank bag.
I was having a piss and I could hear him going, yeah, and all these B-list and all
I
that.
know.
And I was pissing like, get me out this toilet.
I know, with doors that didn't lock.
Yeah.
I thought it was curious.
Oh,
know
that
what,
was
though?
a bit. I mean, we were doing pregnancy tests. It
Yeah,
can't
we
be-
were. We pissed on a pregnancy
Grace
test.
got. Oh my god! So when we did Secret Santa, you were sat next to me, and the whole. This was when Grace was in a crackhead era. So
The night before.
Yeah. And the whole time you're going like, I've got to run a pregnancy test. I'm like, all right, okay. I open it, it's a pregnancy test. You're like, who could that be from? I was like, Grace, you've literally been telling me for like the past hour that you bought someone a pregnancy test. But then you said at that point, you were like, we need to do them together. That'd be a funny video. I was like, right.
No,
don't
I
know how
remember that.
would look,
And your
but
face.
okay.
I remember you saying that in an accent.
I was like, yeah. And then comes to next day, I've been hurled abuse. I've just had a
Yeah.
Tudor meal once again. And I'm thinking, do you know what? What have I got to lose?
Yeah.
Ram it up my ass or whatever, however you do a pregnancy test, I don't know.
With the doors that don't lock as well. Yeah.
So we marched to the front of the girls' bathroom, mind
Yeah,
you.
I also stood in the urinals because it was a fucking wet room.
Oh,
Yeah.
What was that? Just
that was a
shower?
drain. That was a drain. And it was stank of piss.
Yeah,
Well
it was in
bad.
these shoes as well, so that's good.
Yeah. And we did a pregnancy test.
But it wasn't like, and also there were massive cracks in the door. So
Not
I
to
was
mention
bent over
what
like
was
this
on
and
the
people
toilet,
were like,
darling.
Oh my god, those fucking toilets.
And then you stuck it in your mouth, didn't you?
Right, this needs some context.
Oh, it does.
Actually, that's
There's
pretty
no-
much it.
No,
I
and
didn't
we
do it
threw it
straight
into the
after.
crowd.
Right, so no, well, I just drank it right out of you. don't I?
No, she literally spat it out.
Yeah.
God.
Good aim.
No.
No, so these were fancy. You didn't. No expense was
Clear
spared.
blue, darling.
Clear blue, darling. Not
It was 20
Spawn.
quid allowance, so I thought, fuck.
So they had like a lid on. So then I pissed on mine, sat down. And you're holding onto the door the whole time because anybody could just walk in.
Yeah.
And then, bear in mind, I didn't realize that you were sober on this night.
I was sober.
So I was like,
Sober.
I was thinking, oh, it's all right. We both like, we'll get our genitals out of it. It's right. We're both fucks. Who cares? Not thinking, Jace can, Jace. I love you, Jace. Jace Barry. Grace can probably see my cock.
Yeah.
Probably did see my cock.
Loved that every
and loved
moment.
every inch of it.
Yeah.
Every 2
Only a
inches.
few you, yeah.
And you proper like piss on this stick. Obviously, it's a bit more difficult if you've got a cock because you sat down like trying to aim
Yeah.
it. And then I'm holding the door for
I'm
you.
squatting on the toilet because I'm not sitting on that shit.
You didn't squat. you did squat, but you also just went like this, like completely.
Not the back of the pan.
was in the air, like literally.
So I'm filming it, folks, for a TikTok, not realizing you can see Grace's entire asshole like in the TikTok. Next day I watch it, I'm like, fuck me, we can't put that in. But then we go in, we're waiting for our results when we get you to read them out.
Yeah, it's like Jeremy Kyle, wasn't it?
so long.
And then I put it in my mouth.
No, and then
you
my
threw
favourite
it in the
thing in the video, you threw one into the crowd at first, like you have a pregnancy test. Then you licked it, and then you were like, oh my god. Then you threw that one into the crowd.
No, but do you remember he threw it, it hit the roof, and then it fell apart and just spring different parts of the crowd. And I remember sat there and I just got up and walked off. I was like,
Nah,
no,
you were on one. It's when that guy was asking for people to pour drinks down the flamingo, and Max just got a bottle of Coke, went up and poured it on his head.
We need to have a conversation. If you're out there, sir, please identify
Get
yourself. Please get help. First of all,
You were marinating him like a piece of gammon.
He did look a bit Subo. Bless him. And people, no, bless him, but he was a fresher. Why are you looking like a 60-year-old woman?
No, seriously.
It's hard life up them mountains.
No, but he comes over and he was fucked.
On a mission, weren't
And he
he?
had
Yeah,
a list
He was sweating.
of like trials that he had to do, and like 3 of them were like, get a Jack Wills influencer to do this to you. One of them was like, feed you a drink. So I'm doing it, and then it was a bottle of Corona, so I'm pouring it into his flamingo thing.
But it's
and then
foaming up and stuff,
And
innit?
I don't even know why, I just started putting a bit on his head, and he loved it. He was going, pour it on again, pour it on again, like follow me around all night.
He must have stunk.
They were wild. These people were
But
wild.
there was, look, it weren't all bad because there was a crowd of white t-shirts in front of us and they were lovely.
No, tell me
yeah.
what were they wearing? Who were horrible to...
Oh my god, there was these guys there, and these were the vile ones. The ones where at Danny Howard's DJ deck, looking at us, going, "Kill yourself," and we were like, I was actually a bit scared, right?
I think they were the ones
And they
that
were the ones
threw the
that
drink
pelted
over me as
drinks
well.
at me and Grace while we were interviewing people.
It was
That
so
is
bad.
awful. Like, why? I mean, maybe just because we're not the sort of people that like go on a night out for a
You know
fight.
you could like mute someone on a For You page. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not at your
buy
house
tickets to
performing
a
every
Jack
day.
Wills
Yeah.
event then if you
Like,
don't
they bought
like
tickets to it knowing that we would
Yeah.
be coming.
Also,
That
it's not
is
like we
weird.
were like, I rented out the whole
They literally gave us
Like,
just a
we were
corner
doing
and we
it.
done our own little
We
thing.
just like stuck to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like if we went to the bathroom and
So
people
we were
wanted to
crowd
speak to us.
surfing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have a good night because I don't remember leaving.
No, yeah.
So, and then
I would fuck.
all I remember was waking up to Joe messaging me, Joe going to me, you need to look on Max's story. Oh! I thought,
This was.
I thought, what have I done?
This
What
is
have I done?
the funniest video I've ever seen.
So did we get back and play hide and seek again?